Yep, this is definitely bad news for those who like Guardians of the Galaxy. What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. Unfortunately, if you are a fan of the film, I don't have very good news. The movie has been put on hold due to the whole James Gunn controversy. If you don't know, he was fired because of some very disturbing tweets. And not only that, after that, there were some pictures out there. And not only that, Dave Bautista, who plays this guy over here, has been very vocal about how unhappy he is with Disney and how Disney is such a bunch of hypocrites and blah, blah, blah. But not only that, we also have the entire cast kind of writing a letter in support of James Gunn. A lot of people were saying this is dark comedy and blah, blah, blah. I'm not really a fan of dark comedy, more specifically things to do with pedophilia. It's not my kind of humor. However, the cast has been very supportive of James Gunn. And because of the mess surrounding the film, the production has been put on hold. If you don't know, they were going to start production next year. However, now we're still gonna have to wait and see if this movie is going to happen. So I'm gonna be reading from an article here on the Hollywood Reporter, and it's titled "Guardians of the Galaxy production put on hold, exclusive." So if we scroll down right over here, it says crew members who are assembling for pre-production are being dismissed and are free to look for new work. So if that is really true, that means that this production is really now might not even happen. So let's see what they're saying here. The production of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is being put on hold for the time being as Marvel and Disney regroup on the project, sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. Sources say that crew members, which is at this stage a small group that was prepping for pre-production, are being dismissed and free to look for new work. The Marvel project was originally to have been directed by James Gunn and was to have begun principal photography in the winter, either in January or February. The project was screwing up and was to have gone full pre-production mode in the fall. But Gunn was let go as the director in July when old tweets were resurfaced in response to his vocal political post. While some held out hope that the director would be given a reprise by Disney, a mid-August meeting with Disney chairman Alan Horn. So really, no matter how much Dave Bautista complains about it, or even like the cast wrote in that letter, Disney is never really going to back down. They stand by that decision. And again, we all know that they're a family company, and these movies are directed to kids. And because the tweets were kind of like pedophilia and things like that, it would definitely not look good for Disney. So yes, so he's definitely not coming back. One person characterized the production hold as temporary and more of a regrouping as Marvel and Disney look for a filmmaker to take the third installment of a franchise that has grossed over $1.6 billion and made stars out of Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, and Zoe Saldana. The timeline has been pushed out, says a source. Disney never set a release date for Guardians 3. So eventually they'll get the movie made for sure, especially because it's such, people are going to want to see the film. But right now, right after this, James Gunn controversy, and I think it's a little bit heated right now as well, taking the fact that a lot of people are still divided. Some people really think that it was unfair. Some people stand by him. I actually made a video about it. But obviously, if a production loses a director, that is a big deal. And I understand that for sure it will take time to regroup. Now they need to find a director that would, kind of be able to capture what James Gunn capture with the other films. And for sure, these things take time. So I'm not very surprised that this has been put on hold. Let's see what else. Marvel and Disney are taking a measured approach in their search for a filmmaker. One source says that Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi recently had a meeting with Marvel, but it is unclear what project was discussed, and with good reason. So a lot of people had hopes that Taika would be a good choice to direct the new Guardians. So I totally believe that this might happen. What do you think? Let's just finish the article. The controversial firing has rankled the cast, which in an open letter asked the studio to reinstate Gunn. Obviously, this was never going to happen. You know, this kind of decision is just, there's no way that they would bring him back, because it would just make Disney not stand by their word, you know, so there's no way that they would do that. Batista, who plays the alien warrior Drax, continued to show his disappointment on social media on Thursday when he tagged Disney in a tweet featuring disturbing clips of Mike Chernovic, one of the conservative figures who led a campaign to get Gunn fired. Disney had no comment. Obviously, there's a bunch of hypocrites around all of this, you know, but it still does not dismiss the fact that the tweets exist for real. They are out there, but some people don't think that they are as serious. You know, I don't know, what is your opinion on the whole James Gunn situation? Again, if that's some sort of joke, it's not really the kind of joke that I find it funny. Other than that, there was also some other pictures of him in a weird party, and there's some other stuff that it's been popping up. So I definitely believe that there was no way Disney would bring him back. And I think that the whole fact that Guardians of the Galaxy being put on hold, it's pretty much inevitable. I think that this was going to happen because, again, after all this mess, they really need to think, what are they going to do with this film and who is going to take over? So the regrouping thing totally makes sense. But that's it for today. Let me know, are you a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy? Were you really excited for this film? Is this news kind of a bummer for you? I would love to hear your opinion. What do you think?